Just turn your brain off for 5 seconds. Enjoy what you're doing. This is gonna be fun. Why are you nervous right now? This is the lowest stakes possible, yet I feel like I'm on a tightrope between two skyscrapers. And I've got 10 minutes of footage and I've said nothing. Why? I'm honestly gonna stop making videos because this is dreadful, mate. Utterly dreadful. Hello. I don't know why this angle is gonna be any better, but let's try it. Maybe if you're not looking at what I'm making at, just say the words. Think of the words and then let them come out. I always convince myself that I never have enough time to make a video like this. I always cope. I always do the comfortable thing. I'm sick of not using my time the best ways that I can. But right now I just want to put my head through the wall and not have to think anymore. Are you getting any of this? The past 12, 13 days, I have been thinking, wondering, dreaming, hoping, but not doing. I say I have a busy schedule, but I also make time to fuck off and do nothing. Nada. Zilch. Zero. I'm gonna go insane. I don't like the art that I make. I don't like the videos that I create. But there is a piece of my brain that reminds me that this is good for me. This is positive. This is something great to do with my time. What's the worst that could happen? Stay consistent. Make something every week. Carve out the time in a busy schedule. Excuse me. Prioritize yourself. Prioritize what you make. Prioritize what is good for you, what is positive, what you think is a good thing for you. Chip away at the granite until your vision becomes clear. What if I still have not realized my vision? Oh, continue. The only way out is through. I'm not even making anything anymore. I'm just... Pardon the interruption. Just really trying to find a reason to go on. At this point, my negative and positive thought patterns are just Harry and Voldemort. I honestly couldn't even tell you where my frustrations stem from. I'm probably just upset with myself, upset with the circumstance, probably upset with my own brain and why it makes me feel this way. And I have no idea how to quench this thirst, this unidentifiable thirst that I have for God knows what. Like, even trying to explain it, I sound like such a dumbass. I don't know if I thirst for acceptance, I thirst for identity, recognition. I am unsure of anything at this point. This is let's make mistakes. This feels unhinged and all over the place, but I'm going to try to make something. I have no knowledge of what I'm doing, but we're just gonna rip it, and I hope you can make something along with me. Come along through this strenuous process. Yeah, I for real have no concept of what's going on. In front of me, in my brain, all around me. I think there's a reason that I gravitated to the cherub. I just need some sense of calm, serenity, and purity. I am at war with myself. I run with a weighted vest on. I have no belief in what I'm capable of. I have no faith in my abilities, and I am so full of doubt. I'm so focused on what's weighing me down instead of strengthening my wings to fly. Because if things were reversed, if I had as much confidence as I do doubt, I would have reached my potential by now. I would have reached all my goals. My dreams would be in the palm of my hand. I'm so drawn to and focused on what's wrong with me. I have no idea what's great about me anymore. And I wage war against myself constantly. And I gain territory and I lose it again and again. And it feels pointless. And it feels like everything all at the same time. It matters so much that it doesn't matter. And when I try to make sense of how I feel, I'm even more confused than when I started. Because I've been trying to reframe my mind, whittle it all down to experiences. No matter how big or small a situation seems, it matters. You can learn something from every single experience, but you can't go through the experience itself wondering what the lesson's going to be in the moment. You can't live your life that way. You can't overanalyze every single thing as it happens. That is the importance of reflection. That is why I think it is important to look inward after the fact. I've had such a busy past 10 days. I haven't had time for this. I haven't had time to reflect. It feels as if I haven't had time to think, and it's all just been a blur, and I'm trying to figure things out, realize my shortcomings, realize what great things have happened. And I can't just be a baby and throw a tantrum every time. I don't have time for myself. Yes, it is important, but so are all the responsibilities that I hold in my hands and on my shoulders. I want to be witty, I want to be funny, I want to be cheerful, make you smile, make you laugh, fill the room with joy. I think I'm scared of what I don't know. I'm scared of the unknown. That's why I've made it this far into my adult life, and I'm still scared of the dark. I'm still scared of the things that I do not know, that I am unsure of. It makes me nervous when I cannot see the bottom of the water. This is gibberish again. I don't know. I almost don't allow myself to become more because I don't know what the possibilities hold. And I've gotten to know myself so well, in fact, that maybe I'm scared to let that version of me go. Because if I continue on this path, figuring out more about myself and my potential, I will have to let go of this version of me right now. Because if you want to become more, Growth comes with sacrifice. Sometimes I am willing, a lot of times I am unwilling. Update. Went to bed. Had some crazy dreams. And I just remembered how I was not a happy camper last night. Now that I've had some time to rest and interpret how I was feeling last night. Yeah, all of my emotions last night converged into just a whiny baby freak out. I was trying to make everything happen at once last night. Turns out all I really needed was some water and some rest. You're not gonna solve all of your problems in a single night. I'm gonna be honest with you, bros. I've been on a strict mac and cheese diet all this week. And have I noticed the gas from it? Yeah. But that's not like anything I'm concerned about, bro. Mac and cheese is always on the menu for ya boy. Mac and cheese with some chicken in it. Add a little bit of spice. It's literally been giving me energy in life throughout this week. Been a pretty big anchor for me emotionally, and I'm thankful for it, happy for it. Also, this is one of my only attempts of shading in this way, cross-hatching if you will. Don't know how it's gonna go. It's decent so far, not sure how that will pan out. Let's continue. Before we continue, I would be remiss if I did not quote from the Flint Mind, and I just thought it would be a very usable message given the, mental breakdown that was the initial point in this video. Again, this is from the Flint Mind on Instagram. Most of what's stressing you isn't happening. It's imagined outcomes, delayed answers, other people's decisions, things you have zero authority over. But your mind keeps trying to solve them anyway. That's the trap. It feels like thinking is progress. It's not. It's avoidance disguised as control. This is the stoic split. Control versus no control. What you control, your actions, your standards, your execution. What you don't, timing, outcomes, other people, external noise. Confuse the two and you drain yourself of the Flint Mind. Time isn't your enemy. It's your ally when you choose action over hesitation. Yeah, so last night I chose a lot of action. I was deep into it. Pause. I was for real stressed over things that I have very little control over. In the moment, I was willing to make a terrible video rather than not make a video at all. And in some senses, that's valid to me. That's worth doing. To break it down in just a few words, I got lost in the sauce. I had an attack of overthinking. Yeah, I'm just happy that I brought myself to turn the camera on at all. I was not in a very creative state, but there was a large part of me that wanted to release the creative energy that I had. We're going to enjoy the moment right now because I am thankful and happy to have tried to make an entertaining video last night. Again, jury's out if it was entertaining at all to see me flop around like a fish on land. But it is the next day currently. I've had a full work day to mentally understand what happened with my attempt at creating something last night. It was just a build-up of a number of things, a handful of things. But it's always hindsight that says things like that. But in the moment, when you feel those things, you have to allow yourself to feel it completely. Understand your sadness. Understand in moments of dread and not feeling like yourself. You have to completely feel those things. I believe it to be absolutely necessary to withstand the evil that your brain can put you through. And even in a positive sense, I have to understand that I don't even know what I'm saying. Hold on. We have a point. Let's just reel it in. It's just word vomit. When I focus too much on my motor skills, my voice box becomes a filibuster machine and I don't know how to turn it off. I always want to capitalize on an opportunity to learn. I want to take it to the fullest extent and understand just even a little bit more than when I started. When the subject matter I'm learning leans toward myself and my emotions, I want to know myself to the fullest extent. I want to understand my psychology, my thought patterns, my actions, and every emotion that follows those actions. I make it seem like I'm out of control a lot, and I kind of just run on autopilot. Maybe I am. Maybe those years of acid in high school are finally catching up with me. But who knows? Maybe just good old CTE. Who's even paying attention at this point? I just find it so enthralling to monitor myself whenever I feel bad. I liken it to a storm chaser almost, a scientist, because you can study and do all of this research, but when they see a storm brewing, that's game day. And their instruments are tuned so that they can go towards the eye of the storm. They want to understand it, gather information. So say I'm down on myself, I'm having those negative feelings, feels like there's no end in sight, the storm is brewing, I'm worried about things I can't change or have no control over. I don't plan that. I don't bring those thoughts on myself. They happen naturally. So when those conditions do arise, I don't want to turn them away. I allow myself to feel them completely. I gather information at the time because in the moment and hindsight are very different when it comes to emotions. I've just thrown like any attempt at this being entertaining out the window, but I'm not mad at that. This is my exact thoughts. I don't know how to describe them very well, but that's what it is. It's authentic, it is me, it is a reflection of who I truly am, and maybe someone else can connect with those kind of feelings. I would much rather prefer to feel my emotions completely and totally and overwhelmingly rather than be Patrick Bateman, for instance, have shark eyes, feel nothing, and continue my journey to ultimate chaddom. Like if I didn't have a creative switch in my brain, I could totally see myself falling into my looks maxing era and being completely vain and numb to everything and everyone around me while trying to completely better myself by unhealthy means. I can totally see that for myself. This is why I am thankful for my outlets of creativity. I'm happy with choices that I've made and the journey that I'm on. I am thankful for every piece of it. I hope to continue my curiosities, feed into the depths of what I think is possible. I look forward to delving deeper into what interests me, what makes me feel like a kid again, what heals my inner child. I'm filibustering again, so let's just review for the class, shall we? I want to create even if it will not be perfect or will be good or will be something life-changing. I want to create no matter what. Even if every instinct in my head is telling me not to, it's not going to be good. What is the point? Why? I want to create in any circumstance possible, because you have no idea what is possible until you do. Allow yourself to feel your emotions completely. And when it comes to the negative ones, do not invite them, do not invoke them. But when they do arise, do not shy them away. It could be an opportunity to learn more about yourself. There's always an opportunity to learn, and if the subject happens to be about yourself, I suggest you pay attention. I've said before, do not allow your emotions to become your cage. Use them, let them become fuel for whatever you choose to do in this life. Nurture what is good for you and study what is bad for you. Understand it, know it better, know yourself. And if none of this applies to you, Godspeed, and I hope you live a beautiful life. I'm going to end it here because I'm sick of hearing myself talk. I hope you've had a beautiful day today. I hope you enjoy everything that life has to offer you. I'm thankful for you, I am happy for you, and I appreciate you for joining me for another installment of Let's Make Mistakes. I hope to see you in the next one, but until then, be good and embrace your mistakes. Bye, love you.